Hey everyone, welcome to your daily news update. Quick, clear and straight to the point. We've got top stories from 29th of August lined up just for you. So plug in your earphones, grab your chai and let's get started. Global news. UK bank stocks dropped sharply, losing over 6 billion euros in market value as investors braced for a proposed windfall tax on bank profits. A measure backed by the Institute of Public Policy Research (IPPR), despite a rise in the overall business confidence. The US saw its trade deficit widen to $103.6 billion in July, driven by a surge in imports, while core personal consumption expenditures (PCE) inflation rose to 2.9% and consumer sentiment declined, highlighting growing economic strain. India's GDP grew by 7.8% year-on-year in second quarter, surprising analysts. Also, the rupee weakened following the US's announcement of new tariffs. In the US, a federal appeals court ruled most of President Donald Trump's global tariffs imposed under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act (IEEPA) unconstitutional, though enforcement remains in place pending appeal. US markets hit record highs as investors anticipate a Federal Reserve interest rate cut, despite stronger than expected Q2 GDP growth and falling unemployment. Meanwhile, legal tensions mounted with a lawsuit by Fed Governor Lisa Cook. At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) summit, China hosted over 20 world leaders. Notably, Xi Jinping is expected to meet North Korea's Kim Jong-un to bolster regional alliances amid tensions in Taiwan and the South China Sea. Global markets saw a resurgence in cross-border mergers and acquisitions with strategies influenced by evolving tariff landscapes. For example, Keurig Dr. Pepper's $18 billion merger underlines this trend. Brazil's Bolsonaro stands trial over coup plot allegations. Former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro faced a trial for an alleged coup attempt, a development with potential consequences for domestic politics and his possible return to prominence. Long-standing de minimis exemption, which allowed imports under US $800 to enter the US duty-free, was rescinded under an executive order, dramatically affecting costs and logistics for small international sellers. Israel declared Gaza City as a dangerous combat zone amid intensified drone, artillery and airstrikes that killed over 41 Palestinians, including children, as hostilities escalated. A major Russian missile and drone barrage on Kyiv led 23 dead, including children, prompting global condemnation and raising fears of border escalation. Turkey's foreign minister announced closure of Turkish airspace to Israeli flights amid rising tensions and regional alignments. National news from India. A survey placed the NDA at 324 seats if a Lok Sabha election were held today, with the Congress-led alliance projected at 208, indicating strong political momentum. PM Modi began diplomatic visits to Japan and China to deepen strategic ties and participate in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit starting 29th August. The US doubled tariffs on Indian exports to 50% after stalled trade talks, intensifying tensions and hitting exporter margins. As a part of SEO engagements, Japan announced a decade-long infrastructure and manufacturing investment plan worth $68 billion in India. India kicked off the Men's Asia Hockey Cup tournament with a match against China, aiming for a direct qualification spot for the 2026 Hockey World Cup. Indian shuttler PV Sindhu upset world number 2 Wang Zhiyi to reach the quarterfinals at the BWF World Championships 2025, marking a significant performance. A high-profile India vs Pakistan match has been scheduled as part of 2025-26 International Hockey Federation (FIH) Pro League, stirring excitement. Rajat Patidar scored a century representing Central Zone against Northeast Zone in Duleep Trophy cricket tournament. Former Reserve Bank of India Governor Urjit Patel was appointed Executive Director at the International Monetary Fund (IMF) for a 3-year tenure as approved by the India's cabinet. Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat dismissed claims that he advocated for a 75-year age limit on leadership, stating he never made such statements. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman declared the government's support for exporters, assuring economies affected by global volatility that livelihoods would be safeguarded. A 55-year-old woman in Rajasthan gave birth to her 17th child, drawing attention to medical, social, and demographic implications. News from Telangana. Torrential rains in North Telangana killed 1 person and left 4 missing in Kamareddy and Medak. Rajampet recorded a staggering 494mm rainfall in 24 hours, triggering widespread flooding and infrastructure damage. A 2-day holiday for all educational institutions in Kamareddy was declared on 29th and 30th August in response to heavy rainfall and safety concerns. Telangana initiated a forensic audit of land records on the Dharani portal, focusing on suspicious activities such as late-night transactions and foreign IP access covering major districts. In light of ongoing floods, BRS urged the State Election Commission to postpone Gram Panchayat electoral roll updates, citing disrupted infrastructure and citizens focused on survival. BRS leader K.T. Ramarao accused the Telangana government of misleading the public by exaggerating monthly loan interest payments, claiming 7,000 crores versus 2,000 crore rupees as per the Controller and Auditor General (CAG). Finance Minister Bhatti Vikramarka warned that proposed GST rate changes would reduce Telangana's annual revenue by 7,000 crore, approximately 15%, and stressed the need for centers compensation. CM Revanth Reddy ordered facial recognition systems to track attendance in all government schools and colleges, alongside accelerating infrastructure projects and welfare payments via Green Channel. The Telangana Congress government is seeking to amend the Telangana Panchayat Raj Act to legally allocate a 42% reservation for BCs by bypassing the Supreme Court's 50% ceiling. News from Hyderabad. In response to monsoon damage, the GHMC, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, repaired more than 10,000 of the 13,120 potholes identified, aiming for completion before the festive season. A heavy evening rain caused major traffic disruptions across Hyderabad, with waterlogging, clogged manholes, and debris hindering movement, especially near IT zones. The Telangana CM promoted Hyderabad as a global sports destination during the inaugural Sports Hub meet, highlighting the city's potential to host international sporting events. The 59th Asia Jewels Show began at Hotel Taj Krishna, showcasing gold, diamond, polki, and Victorian designs and attracting top jewelers and enthusiasts from all across South India. In financial distress, a woman in KPHB Hyderabad allegedly killed her husband and then attempted suicide. Local residents intervened and rushed her to hospital where she remains critical. In Chalur village of Karimnagar area, residents celebrated after the Anti-Corruption Bureau ACB successfully caught a panchayat secretary demanding a bribe, signifying local victory over corruption. And that's a wrap on today's headlines. If you enjoyed the update on the go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us keep the news coming your way. Thanks for tuning in, and do let us know if you have any stories you'd like to hear in the form of an audiobook. See you tomorrow with more stories that matter. Take care.